Good, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today, as you can see, it is this man's birthday, or at least it was.
That's right, folks. Sorry we weren't here Sunday, but the family and I, we went out to the local fair and had a blast. Took a lot of pictures and had a lot of fun. And so we couldn't bring our regularly scheduled Sunday video. So we're going to squeeze our Sunday and our Tuesday video together. But first, we got something from a good friend over in Virginia. Dave, thank you so very much. And this isn't just for me. He slipped in a couple of goodies for the whole family. So we're going to pop this open because we really appreciate him being such a great guy. And I hope your wife is doing better, and I hope you guys are all having fun out there. And I'm just going to cut it open, and then you can dig in. I won't even look.
Okay.
Hopefully I won't be cutting anything inside it. And
I think it's safer to rip it from here.
you know me, I like using scissors. I even use scissors on potato chip bags. I don't know why. I'm just that way about certain things. So.
Okay, I'll pull things out one by one.
Oh, tissues for your allergy!
Yay!
As long as they're not used, they're fine. And more paper towels. Cool. I didn't have to use the ones on the table. No, I had to use the ones on the table because. Ooh. Tarzan in the Forbidden City. I know I don't have this one. That is super cool. I've been talking to Grim, our good friend Dave in Virginia, and telling him what a very difficult time it is for me to find books in our area. The nearest bookstore is over 100 miles away, if you can believe that. Used bookstore. We have a Barnes & Noble, but...
Yeah, but...
And he knows how much I like the old school covers. So Tarzan and the Forbidden City. I'm going to have to read a couple of books before I get to this one, but I'm going to put a little reminder in here so I know where I got this one so that it'll always stay a fond memory. I'm going to put this right here so I don't get glue on it.
Yeah.
What else we got in there? Because I know there's something in there for you.
Yeah, there's something in there for... Oh. There's actually a big one of these.
Classic. We don't actually have any of these. We were looking around the house. We thought
used
we
all
had
of them up.
Yep.
You just accidentally threw all of them away. Ooh.
Your next gas lines build?
Definitely.
Oh, that's a really cool one. Show the camera.
I think I already know what I'm going to do with this one.
That's cool. And speaking of Gaslands, if any of you guys out there know what's going on with Armstrong, we haven't heard from him in like 2, almost 3 weeks, and we're really kind of worried about him. So if you've got a line to him, I've tried Facebook and Messenger and his videos, and he's just, I know his new job is really hard and probably wearing him down. So if we could all go over there and just flood all his videos with good wishes and hopes that he gets back into the Gasland thing, because we miss him. And he's a great guy.
Yeah. I'll save that for last.
Oh, so see, he already knows what's in here.
No, it's a card.
Ooh, another card. I think that one's for me, isn't it?
It's definitely the type you like.
Sweetness. Anything black and classy looking.
Yeah, he likes the smoother.
Long.
Yeah.
I like things that look like... if you guys remember in... I think it's the Killing Joke Batman novel. There's like a tiny little... only a portion of the Batmobile, but you can get... They did such a good job. If you got the book, you can see that you can just see the front profile of it, and it shows you everything you need to know about the Batmobile, and that's what I like. And for someone else, ooh, lucky. And these are for someone special behind the camera. Chocolate and chocolate. Someone knows how to hand a birthday card that's going to go up on the wall. I hope there's a photograph in here of you, Bud, because we're gonna be right up here. We're gonna be posting photographs of all our friends that we've made right there above the doorway. We're gonna make a collage of all our new friends we've made since we started the channel, and maybe a few people that have been friends for a long time. But people like you are awesome as fresh donuts with sprinkles. You know what this reminds me of, guys? Max, Bruce, Shauner, all you guys out there who recently saw the new Spelljammer videos that we just mercilessly lambasted over the weekend. Giant hamster. So that means this giant hamster is about to eat the donut-shaped world that we live upon. And we all know that's pretty awesome. Happy birthday. God bless. Thank you, buddy. This is going up on the wall as soon as we're done. And I can find some tape and hang this up as the very first addition to our Friends collage. I know it's kind of dorky and 60s, but so am I.
Yeah.
So I think that's everything.
Greatly appreciated.
Thank you so very much, buddy.
Also.
Oh, you sneaky, sneaky little man. Check out that wrapping paper, folks. I don't know if you can see how 70s reflector tape. You see that? Ooh.
Could probably get a light to reflect off it onto the walls. Just be careful with the tape. We're not getting any more.
Doesn't sound like Legos. You remember doing that, kids? Oh, we growing up, if we heard Legos inside the package, that meant it was a good birthday or a good Christmas. Oh my God! Come on, you're gonna kill everybody out there watching. Is just gonna go. Oh my God! Oh, I'm out. I can just hear Shauna right now. I'm out. No. But if you guys if you guys have watched this for any length of time, we do silly stuff like this. We do it on Christmas time, and we didn't do it last year for little guy's birthday or mine because the channel hadn't been started yet. But after we did it on Christmas, we decided we're gonna do a little more of this sort of thing, just to add you guys to our not just friends but family. We really love all you guys out there. Shut up already. Okay, you guys are really gonna dig this because I'm digging this. Just the picture on the back of this, of course, little guy isn't without motive. He knows he gets to paint it. I get to do the assembly. He actually likes doing the assembly, but he'd rather.
I mean, you could do the painting.
No. Because we got the new speed paints from Army Painter. We only got the small set, but the Odo Kuro, I guess. I'm hoping I'm not butchering that name, but look at that monster for Shadows of Brimstone.
I don't think either of us are going to do as good of a paint job as that.
Really? I mean, speed paints, dude.
You're right, but there's kind of a bit of a...
We'll just make it look like that instead of that.
That's easier, but of course it's easier. There's a bit of wet blending in there.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome.
There's actually a lot of wet blending.
I've seen a couple of people pull this out and put it next to miniatures, and it's going to be pretty massive. And that means we get to play another game of Shadows of Brimstone.
Which we haven't done in far too long.
In about a month. We'll get to play probably toward the beginning of next month.
I think so, yes.
But we'll see.
Actually, maybe not, because we already have next year's.
Thanks, bud. Quick, take a picture.
We already have next year's theme.
Come on, let's hold it as long as possible so to make sure it's the thumbnail. All right, enough torture. Thanks, bud.
Okay. We already have the theme for next month, so that might not be what we're doing next month, because we already have the dragon...
No, it'll go with the other half of the theme.
You're right, it will.
Okay, now let's get on to the craft. Thank you guys for putting up with all that.
It's not entirely a craft, but it's kind of a craft.
Oh, whoa, I thought I had a... Oh, it's right there. I'm kind of blind, folks. I need glasses, but I'll never wear them on camera, so... Okay, so what we're doing today is we are basing these big bad boys from Bronze Age miniatures. Now, if you notice right here, I've got... let me grab one. back here. Over at the dollar store, I found these really, really cool wooden plaques. Got round, we've got whatever that shape is called. I'm sure the little guy will tell me what that shape is.
This means technically an octagon, but these curved lines make it slightly...
They've also got rectangles. I remember that shape from kindergarten. And so what I did, this one I'm going to use for something else, but all I did was give it a soft tone wash. And then I'm going to hit it with a brush on gloss. I might use a spray gloss, but if you use the spray, you risk getting spray on this area. You could tape it up.
Yeah, you can always tape things up, but that's...
I'll probably go with a brush on gloss varnish. And then
I don't think you glossed this one yet.
No, I did. But for the ones we're going to use for the Bronze Age miniatures, I just gave them a spray of some good Krylon spray primer or paint. I'm not sure if it was primer or paint. But either way, and then when we're done, we'll also give these a gloss. And we're going to be using these as bases. The main reason is, one, if you try to find like Reaper miniature bases, they're about $10 a piece for something that is just this, but plastic and already, black plastic. But
also, this kind of looks a bit more special.
Yeah, a little bit more showy and a little bit more, diorama-ish.
Yeah.
So he's going to grab his Thoat. You take the rider off. You don't need to have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to mix up just some good old-fashioned 2-part epoxy. Hopefully, I can get the lid off and it won't get all
Also, add rocks.
Yeah, just like I did.
Add scenery before you put the old actor.
Can you give me the red clippers?
Yes.
Because I don't want it to go shooting all over the place, which you probably will. Can you reach them?
Yes, I can.
Because I don't know where my clippers are. Okay. Easy, don't be piercing my nose.
I won't.
Don't do piercings.
We do not.
Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to mix up. I'm going to mix up quite a lot of this because it's got to go between two.
Let's pour out all of it.
No. But I got to mix it.
It looks like you poured out quite a lot.
I did. And it will be necessary.
But is there just none left? Is that all that's left?
No, there's still a bunch left. Hopefully.
I suppose it is just compressed.
Yeah. And then, as you guys know, with all epoxies, you just got to mix it up and then use it fast because even though...
Dries isn't entirely the correct term.
Yeah, it cures pretty quick, but that doesn't mean that it's going to hold pretty quick, which is something I found out that, even though it starts turning to plastic on this Pringles lid, the glue, what you're trying to actually glue, won't actually
stay in.
Yeah, it'll move around and you can hold it. I even remember when we did that dragon and we glued the washer to the bottom, and then I came back and it slid like 2 millimeters and just drove me obsessively compulsively crazy.
It's not just see, obsessive compulsive disorder is not what people usually say, like, oh, I have OCD. No, it just means you like when things are orderly, which is natural.
Okay, it drove me up a wall. How's that?
That's a bit more accurate. Considering in this scenario you're saying obsessively compulsive, that specifically would be irrational, or not necessarily irrational, but what?
Yeah, it was pretty rational.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Because if it slides, then the weight isn't as even as it was meant to be. Because when we did that with the dragons, which is over there, but I don't really care to get it, the washers underneath it was not only the exact size to fit perfectly underneath it, but it also made it heavy enough to where any of the pieces branching out of it didn't weigh it down in any direction, causing it to fall over, which did happen multiple times. So we put the washer underneath it. But if it's even just half a millimeter in one direction, the weight of the entire thing we shifted to that direction. It's especially bad if it's already shifted in that direction, because now it's gonna fall over there even more. Okay. Which is why him noticing it was actually quite bad, because if it was 2 millimeters, that's far more, which means the weight that it shipped
See,
it.
look, it's already starting to turn into goop. So I'm going to put a little on his...
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's not good. And it's actually really warm underneath. Wow, I've never had that happen before. Maybe it's...
How did it get this warm while you were mixing it?
I don't know.
I mean, how did it get this dry when you were mixing it?
I know, look at that. It's already, like, useless.
Okay, do this quick. Can I have a toothpick?
No, you can't use it.
It's all useless.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to put some on his feet and hope for the best. Yeah, no, it's I don't know what happened. Maybe I didn't mix it enough or something. But that's weird. I've never had that happen before. Okay, so we'll just go with plan B and use a crap ton of super glue.
Yeah.
Look at that, folks. I mean, that's just... And feel it. You
Maybe we
can
could
feel it
use
underneath.
that.
Yeah, if we want to make slimes. But it's a solid. I mean, it's... And that's Gorilla Glue epoxy. I've had... It's not... I don't know that it's that old or anything, but... Okay, we'll just go, like I said, plan B.
Plan B. Use that.
Crap ton of super glue. Okay, you go ahead and start doing what you were going to do. And I'll see if I can find...
Oh, I'm using...
Go ahead and glue him to the base first. Unless you want to put a rock under his paw like I'm going to do.
No. Then it wouldn't be the same thing. I do not want that. Because he's supposed to be walking, so...
Yeah, I actually need to adjust the rocks a little because, like I said, I didn't put them down perfect. I just eyeballed it, but that'll work. That doesn't look too bad. You got it all on the bottoms of his feet?
Yes, I didn't want to put some on there because that's not going to get
Okay, we'll
anywhere.
do the same thing with his feet. And then we'll do the same thing, but take those tufts,
Yes?
show them to the people at home. These are Army Painter Hoarfrost tufts from the snow set. We have the other green ones, but we just didn't like them. They were too close to the skin color we painted on these lovely Thoats, and we didn't want that to, just blend in, so we want a little contrast. And we're just going to put a few of them here and there just to make it look like there's some vegetation, which, as if you've read the Mars books, there's some.
Is it sticking underneath?
Yeah, they're like a sticker, and you should be able to just pull them off and then stick them to the wood base. Really, they're not sticky?
They are, just maybe not to the rocks.
Okay. Oh, you wanted to put them on the rocks.
One on the rocks.
Okay, then definitely use some super glue. It's over here. I'm gonna. Oh, I got a little bit of glue on that rock, and I don't want that to be there because it's gonna look a little shiny. And I forgot to mention these rocks. I swiped them from, where did I swipe them from?
A lot of places.
No, from across the street from your school.
Really?
Yeah, right out front. There's a place. I'm not going to say where, but there's a place that has these rocks.
I know what you're talking about.
In the park.
It's just by the path.
Yeah.
That we go on.
And I just if I see rocks, I just grab them, folks. I'm not going to lie. I need rocks, and if anybody actually is going to freak out about it, I will say, hey, you mind if I take some rocks? And then they'll ask why, and then I will spend 20 minutes telling them what they're for. And then they'll be like, never mind. Yeah. I know, folks. I'm a bad influence. There you go. And don't, if you notice they're different size tufts, so try to use, what I would recommend is like one of each size. Not to be a cheapskate. Use them whatever you want, just so that they don't look identical, because us miniature guys will be like, hey, you only use the size 3s or whatever, just to give it a little bit more realism, I guess. I've never actually got to use these before. I've always wanted to get some of these tufts or other plant material.
I'd rather get smaller ones.
Yeah. I wouldn't waste your time with the really small ones. just because you can put two of them together. Because those are more or better for an actual, little miniature base, I guess.
I'll get one that's just ever so slightly bigger. They're bigger enough to where it actually matters.
There's a big one right there, just because it's all that you're going to see on this side. And they're pretty realistic looking. And then hopefully we'll just use regular super glue. Because I've got 5 bottles of super glue and they're all empty.
Yeah. Why do you still have them here? I mean, they're better used down in the biz box.
Yeah, that's because sometimes there's just a little bit left, and I'll just turn the bottle upside down and be really patient. But sometimes I'm just, these go in the biz box. Okay.
So I think maybe we should close this a bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that out. That's just no. I want to.
Why do you want to?
Because it's just crap. I mean, it shouldn't do this, folks. It really shouldn't, unless I did something wrong, and maybe because I didn't give it the right exact formula 50-50 or something. But I usually go with the really cheap stuff from the dollar store, and just
But that's kind of.
Did I put super glue on? Okay. Then I got a cup. Oh, I did. I spilled super glue. That's why it stuck to the paper. Okay, are you done with the rocks? You can put more rocks. You are? Okay, can you put the rocks back in the bowl? And I'm going to put a couple more over here. I'll get that in just a second.
Put it there.
Oh man, I can't see what I'm doing because it's dark there. Okay, it grew out of the side of the rock. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay, now what you want to do is take the other super glue, just so we can use it up, and pour it all over the base. Everywhere but the rocks and the tufts. Yeah. Go ahead and use it up because we just want to use it up. Normally I would use white. Yeah. But.
Oh, so didn't you say you need chocolate?
No.
Oh,
well, we want the sand.
Well, you said that, but I don't think you actually meant that.
And leave some space because then you'll take a toothpick and spread it around. Put these off to the side. We're done with that. We're done with that. There. And you know what? We'll just do yours.
Okay.
And I am going to get my glasses.
And yours is finished. So
yeah, but I have to be a lot more careful, and since we're not in a hurry per se, but I may just use this because we're running out of super glue, so I may just use white glue. The problem with my white glue
is that it fell down.
Is that this isn't it. This is the tacky glue. My white glue, I'm not sure where that is. Yeah, we've been remodeling in here in the studio, and you can't really see it. So I'm going to use white glue on this one, just so I don't use up a whole lot of super glue. Okay.
Is that good enough?
Let me take a look. Just want to spread it all over the base, because that's where the sand is going to stick. And now the sand we are going to paint over so that it doesn't look like sand, it'll look more like Mars. But for the moment, we just want to wait for the super glue and the sand mixture to dry, or it will look awful if we try to paint it. Did a nice thorough job here, bud.
Huh?
You did a nice thorough job here.
It's kind of difficult to get down.
Yeah, it's hard for you know, if it's hard for me to see, I can only imagine how hard it was for you to make sure you got super glue everywhere, a nice thin even coat, so there aren't any empty spaces.
And we put the sand on.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in just a second.
I kind of want to get it over with. I don't really like it very much.
Yeah, I know you don't like sand. Everybody knows the joke.
I know.
He hates sand and it's irritating. It gets everywhere and it's coarse.
Honestly, this sand is beach. I think is this beach sand?
It is beach sand.
Yeah, beach sand is nice.
It's
not very coarse.
We've had that bucket of sand since.
That's it, pouring it on.
When did you go to the beach last?
Don't know.
It's been like years.
I think it was 5 years ago.
Okay, whoa. You want it on this paper towel only.
Yes.
Keep going.
Oh, that paper towel.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah, because then you pick up.
Yeah. Oh, I can see one area that looks like it's dry. Not dry, but just not.
So do I just pouring it on now?
Yeah. You can pinch it or you can pour it. I just dump it personally because that's me.
But it's not as irritating as most sand, so I don't think I need to do that.
And since we are going to paint it a reddish iron oxide looking color, it really will help if you get it not too thin a coat.
A thick coat or a thin coat?
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. The reason we want it on this towel is so that when we're done and we shake it off, it'll just go on this towel, then I can fold this towel up and pour it back into the cup. Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me put the sand where I can reach it too, and I'll help put some in the areas you can't, I guess, get to. It's already looking pretty darn good.
It's hard to get into.
Yeah, that's why I'm using that. Yeah. It's just an emery board. We should have some sort of better tool, like a spoon, like a really really tiny, like a baby food spoon almost, or maybe a toy baby food spoon for like a baby doll or something. There's some overweight right in there. You go. Just keep getting it in there.
We're almost done.
And then back over here, I can see it. I can move it.
There's a tiny bit right here. No, I missed it.
You almost got that right in my face. That was funny. I was at the wrong place at the right time, or the right place at the wrong time.
Also right there.
You pretty much want to cover everything, even the tufts, because if it gets somewhere it doesn't belong, it'll just shake off in just a minute. Okay, now let's move this over here for just a second. Then we can shake it into the cup. It's not quite.
I mean, almost.
It'll work, but.
Wait, what's this?
It's a spoon straw.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we finished, so we're not going to need it. But next time we might.
Okay, just put this over here. So then get a nice, good shot. Now I'm going to tip it over. And see, I can already see that some of it where we missed.
Yeah.
But that's
Well, we'll just get that next time. Well, we missed a lot of spots.
It's not that we missed. Well, maybe we did miss.
It's just that the super glue dried before it
Yeah, but that's okay.
could get anywhere.
But you got it, folks. You got the idea, right?
Yeah. Usually this is... I mean, we usually don't base things like this with sand. We usually don't base things like this at all.
Well, this is the biggest thing we've based.
No, I mean, yes, biggest, but I mean, in that direction.
Oh, okay.
Horizontally
So
biggest.
let's get the camera in here to get a nice good close up, and then we will.
But usually things are tall or evenly sized.
And we'll just wait until this dries, and then we'll come back in a little bit.
It also has the most amount of open.
You know,
space.
grab your rider, and we'll put him on, just so they get a nice, really cool look. Even though he still has a little bit of work to do on his rider.
Mainly just weapons washes.
Yeah, but it'll be done by the Sunday show-off show, which, oops. Maybe I'll just put it down and not try to balance it. But that's one of the things you'll see this Sunday in the show-off show, along with the airships and the monkey and the egg chambers. That's not working.
Chewy. Okay.
And just for the hell of it, I'll put it.
He fell off again. These ones are actually slightly closer to being finished.
But they're looking pretty darn cool. So that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for putting up with our shenanigans. We really appreciate all of you guys, and thank you for all your kind words in the comment section. And until next time,
Good night.
bye, folks.